Andrew Baker and I'm skipper of Team Averda here for the Sailing Arabia the Tour 2017. So on board, from I guess the front back, we've got Liam Gardner. He's involved with Abu Dhabi in their Volvo Ocean race. We've got Olly Mellor and Ed Davison, both work with Team Concise in the Mod 70. You know, hopefully they can bring a bit of info in. We've then got James Espy. He's from Bangor, and he competed in the London 2012 Olympics in the laser class. So we're going to have him doing tactics for the inshore race. I've got fellow Artemis Academy members Robin Elsey, pretty handy in the solo offshore stuff, and he's going to be doing our navigation. I think offshore we're going to probably rotate the crew around a little bit so everyone can stay fresh. We're definitely the youngest team. A lot of guys maybe look at that as being underdogs, but you know, we don't need as much sleep. Yeah, hopefully it can work in our favour that way.
Forward. Almost 15 minutes. Okay, you ready? Diving in 3, 2,
One last pass,
1, diving!
Sailing Arabia the Tour is now in its 7th year. This year, 72 sailors on 8 teams descended on the city of Muscat for the start of the 5-leg tour, which will see the fleet begin with a trip along the Omani coast from Muscat to Sohar and on to Kasab. The tour then sails on to Abu Dhabi, Doha and concludes against the stunning backdrop of Dubai. One team back with the hope of taking the trophy is Team Averda, skippered by offshore sailor Andrew "Hammy" Baker.
I do sailing because I love sailing, but since I've been doing it more professionally, you get to see the world a bit, and there is an element of a holiday to it. You're here to race, but you know, back home, I'm head to toe 5 layers of musto trying to keep warm, and coming here and you're trying to figure out how to stay cold. Makes it a lot easier. So yeah, it's great.
The race is intense. Over 15 days, the crews will spend 11 days and 6 nights at sea, sailing a total of 763 nautical miles. The crews need stamina if they've got any hope of succeeding, and one team think they've got the secret to success.
It's very easy in a boat race because of the element of being on a boat. You can't just go down and prepare a proper, well-planned meal. It's easy just to hand around snacks all the time and end up just eating sandwiches and crisps, and you know, after 3 weeks, that's really not going to be enough to keep you going. So we've actually prepared, we've brought food out from the UK with us, from Expedition Foods, which is wet meals.
A bit different to freeze-dried. We don't have to add water to these, it's all ready to go. You can eat them cold if you really want to, but it's really simple. Just crunch it up, stick it in the jet boil, add some water in it, wait till it's boiled, open it up, and you're ready to go. And if you want an extra kick, a bit of hot sauce. Always a winner.
The first leg is along the Gulf of Oman to Sohar. With the 2017 edition of the race officially opened, the teams prepared to depart on leg 1 of the journey. With each boat loaded with supplies, they headed off into a big sea breeze.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump!
The leg began with a gnarly start in 18 to 20 knot winds.
Get height!
The strong winds lasted until the early hours of the morning.
What's the nav saying now?
Nav says go straight, and then we're going to, the wind it will go forward at some point, and we'll be changing to a jib. It's all about the changeover.
But when dawn broke, the teams were faced with an equally challenging set of conditions.
We thought it'd be a bit of a breeze. There is absolutely nothing.
But for some, it was a chance to recharge in the last stretch to the finish. One leg down, 4 to go. The tour has only just begun. The following day, the teams prepared themselves for leg 2, a journey up the last stretch of Omani coast to Kasab. on the Musseldan Peninsula, renowned for its beauty. The leg looks set to be tricky with plenty of challenges, starting with light winds and grey skies. 5 hours in and all 8 teams were neck and neck.
Just come through the gate. 16 knots of breeze. 13s, 14s. Full main, S2. Going nicely.
Eventually, the pack split and the battle came down to the wire for the podium top spots. The teams were welcomed into the beautiful town of Kasab by the governor, who provided an evening of traditional Omani entertainment.
We're in Muscat just before the event starts, but today we're taking part in the beach cleanup. A lot of people can discard things, maybe not realising just the impact it has, and being a sailor, I can appreciate, we want to keep our oceans clean.
The fleet set off from the Musseldan Peninsula in blue skies and 20-knot winds. The most beautiful start to a leg the tour has seen so far.
Today's the perfect day to create our escape.
And Almouge Muscat took an early lead.
Future is all
But the fleet was tight, all within near touching distance of one another right up until the finish. With the longest leg still to come, can the teams at the top maintain their momentum as the fight for the trophy continues? The penultimate leg sees the 8 international teams race from the UAE capital of Abu Dhabi onto Doha, Qatar. The first stage of leg 4 would see the teams battle upwind, and the fight was on from the sound of the starting horn. Almouge Muscat were in it to win it, and a few hours in they looked set to be doing just that. But in the night, the race director called a pause in racing due to the light conditions. Leg 4 Part 1 and Almouge Muscat were sat at the top of the leg leaderboard.
Okay, yeah. What's just happened, Robin?
So the race committee decided to shorten the race. Not too sure why, but they've done it for some reason. It could be there's a obstruction somewhere along here that could be a danger to the fleet. They haven't said anything. But so we are currently here, and we've got to go to the little palm tree that I've put up here, which is near Shahana oil field.
Is there a beach there?
There is no beach there, but there is a palm tree I've put there now.
I insist we go somewhere with the beach.
You want to go somewhere at the beach?
Please.
I really want to go somewhere at the beach. I heard there's good beaches.
This
in Qatar.
navigator does nothing but make us go upwind. Useless.
So, there.
Where are we now?
There. It is currently, we are 47 miles away.
Oh yeah.
It's a long night ahead.
What's happening, Hemi?
It's 7:15 in the morning. We're going to start leg 4 for a second time. So the leg's been split in half. We're going to start the second half now.
Race committee, this is Albert.
Everyone's, as you can see, pretty enthusiastic about the prospect of racing. Robin, you excited to go racing? Buzzing, absolutely buzzing.
Going into the final 200-mile race across the Arabian Gulf, the teams prepared the boats for their last Arabian adventure and reflected on what an adventure it had been.
All the racing we do in this event, and especially the import stuff here in Doha, in the Pearls, pretty incredible. It's pretty cool when you look behind to check for boats and you see all the tower blocks and scenery around. The import obviously is our best result so far. We got third yesterday and managed to get some medals, get on the podium. I think we are competitive to be in the top 3 in this event. Whether it's the boat or us, it's just not quite keeping the speed the whole time, but on the short course we're able to, you know, sail around the boats and actually do well.
Yeah, he's a little bit.
And the fight would continue right through the night as the sun went down on the first day of leg 5. The following day and the battles continued on in what looked to be one of the tightest finishes between the top teams that the tour has ever seen.
Here we sorted Fail on Arabia and now we're in the Alps. So this is the Fail cam. I think we'll initially follow Hammy.
I went faster though. My last one was actually quite
Just do the snowplow turn. Let's still go backwards. Oh, he's closing the gate. Let's get him before he closes the gate.